chronic infections are huge drivers of autoimmune disease, whether they're infections within the gut, the intestines, for example, or infections throughout the body, such as some infections go attack the brain, you get multiple sclerosis, some infections go after the joints, rheumatoid arthritis, some go after the gut, and you get the ulcerative colitis and the Crohn's and the celiac disease. So we're always really highly suspicious of some kind of sneaky infection getting in when people develop these autoimmune diseases. Now, there are some infections that kind of we're more used to that are really obvious. We know we got an infection, so like a bladder infection in women or a pneumonia, you know you got an infection. There's other bugs that are real sneaky. They basically get into the body with these cloaking devices, and they can hide from the immune system so you don't know you got an infection. But over months, years, decades, it starts creating all this inflammation, driving autoimmune disease and chronic disease. And so oftentimes, a bad bug can get into the gut and not only disrupt the gut, but the gut being the central mechanism can disrupt everything. So there's certain kind of infections you can test for traditionally through the hospital or through most labs. But that's only a small subsegment of the number of bugs that can do it. So like parasites, for example, is one of those kind of bugs that can get in there. You also see H. pylori, C. diff, these other kind of things. And so we always ask people that come in to have those things tested for, because it is highly likely that that's where it's at. But not everybody. Everybody's so unique. So even a sibling could have a parasite, oh, that's your bug that got in the gut, but somebody else has mold, a bacteria that would not be typically tested for. So there's advanced testing called digestive stool analyses that will test for kind of basically all the other infections you can possibly get, and as well as test for a lot of really important information regarding the gut that allows us to be in a position to fix the gut stuff and fix the autoimmune stuff, including fix the autoimmune disease of the gut. But if you don't see the parasites, it doesn't mean there's not other infections. That being said, we see a lot of people with parasites and other things. So they may be treated for a parasite and go, well, I feel better, but I'm not great, and I didn't really reverse things. Well, here's probably a bacteria or a mold, a fungus that got in there too. Yeah, I feel better getting rid of the, getting rid of this parasite, but these other dudes are still whacking everything, and I'm never going to feel my best unless you identify all the offending infections, get rid of all of them at the same time. Then you really get the bang for your effort.